beautiful subscribers. Oh, I got so much to say. Okay, so the past few days have been a little hectic for some people that I know, and even myself. It's been an emotional time, it's been a time of reflection, it's been a time of release, and it's honestly just been interesting. So, right now, we're still in the shadow period of the Mercury retrograde, and it has whooped. It has whooped me. Like, there's been so much going on, especially work wise, that it actually makes me wonder if I have Mercury in a house that has to do with work. And I don't think I do. I think my Mercury is in a house that has to do with family. Anyway, we're not talking about my birth chart. So yeah, Mercury is going to be in retrograde soon. I can already feel the effects of it, but I'm not going to let it put me down. Before, it used to freak me out and give me anxiety, but I'm not going to let it put me down. You know what? Mistakes happen. Human, you know? And yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we came to do. We, as souls, all powerful souls, decided to come to Earth as human beings to experience this kind of life, to experience every single part of humanity, good and bad. So I'm going to experience it, and I'm going to love myself through that shit. Anyway, I wanted to talk about also, we just had the full moon in Pisces, which is a water sign, which I never thought Pisces would cause me to be more emotional than the Cancer moon, because I am a Cancer sun and a Cancer moon. That just technically means, when it comes to the birth chart, what it means is that my sun sign, so the sun was in Cancer when I was born. The moon was also in the sign of Cancer when I was born. So my south node is also in Cancer, but that's not really, that has to do more of my past, I think, and not this life. I'm not like I'm obsessed with astrology right now, but I don't know everything, so I'm not even gonna lie. Give me a second. So I wanted to come on here and talk about everything. I wanted to talk about how we need to love ourselves. Okay, I'm back. No, I'm not back. Give me a second. Excuse the noise outside. In all honesty, I really need to say what I need to say right now. I won't have time in the day, so let's do it now. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was saying that we need to love ourselves through all of it, even if we don't, because every single decision we've made in our lives was a decision we could have made. It was the best decision we could have made in that moment with the knowledge that we had. The first time I heard that statement, it blew my mind, because in all honesty, we are so hard on ourselves for the mistakes that we've made in the past, you know, for the decisions that we made in the past. But in all honesty, all those decisions were right for us in those moments. And if we never made those decisions, good or bad, experiencing humanity through all the good and bad, literally we would not be where we are today, right? And I know a lot of people, like right now is a very difficult motherfucking time. There's a lot of shit happening. There's a lot of stuff happening spiritually. There's a lot of stuff happening mentally. There's a lot of stuff happening physically that we can see around us, and conspiracy theories and just a lot of weird shit, there's a lot about higher beings and higher beings playing games with us. There's a lot about the higher humans playing games with us. It's so weird. It's almost like the higher beings, like the higher spirits, and the higher humans are almost playing the same game. But the higher spirits are playing a good game. And the higher humans are just being assholes. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so basically, I just wanted to come here and just remind everyone that you need to love yourself in every single one of those moments. You need to love yourself in every single moment that you thought you could have done better. I'm a person who thinks too much. I think I overthink about everything. I have anxiety about everything. One of the biggest reasons why I started my YouTube channel was to get myself out of that box, but I still have anxiety. I always replay conversations I've had with people. And I talk to myself about these conversations. I replay the conversation, how it could have gone. And, I still love myself for that person. I still love myself that I'm anxious, in my anxiety. I still love myself in my overthinking, I know in the moments, not really, but now that I sit and think about it, I think about a lot of deep shit in the shower in the morning, so it might have to do with my sun and moon sign, because the shower really helps me to connect to my higher self. I think if I was close to the sea, it would be so much more, because that is a natural source. If I was close to what do they call those things? Waterfall or a river, it would probably also be so much more. Like if I just dip my feet in there, I can just see the magic. Anyway, I wanted to just say that we need to love ourselves in every single moment. We need to love ourselves even in the moments when we're not our best selves, because we came here to earth to experience every single part of being a human. And maybe it is easier excuse me, maybe it is easier for me to say that we came to this life to experience every single thing that we've experienced, because everything I've experienced isn't as difficult as, say, the next person, because some people have experienced things that are a bit more hectic than mine. And the one thing I'd like to say is, yes, the experiences can be hectic in the way we look at them as people, right? And we know they are hectic. But we all experience things so differently that I don't even want to make this example, but that the strength that it might take one person to be able to get through something really fucking traumatic might be the same as the strength it takes somebody to be able to go through being bullied at school. And I'm not saying being bullied throat main. I'm not saying being bullied is not traumatic. I'm just saying that if you compare it to, say, seeing somebody die or being in a car accident, like physical crazy things like that, where you can't say like, okay, let me say it in this way. Those kind of things only happen to a select few people. Yes, they happen to a lot more people than we know, but they only happen to a select few people. Whereas bullying happens to probably everybody in one way, one form, one form or another. That's why I'm saying that the trauma could be measured the same. Yes, it is. One is fucked up, but they're both motherfucking fucked up. But the way we perceive things, the way we see things, could mean that literally this person who can see or experience somebody dying, trigger alert. I think a lot of my videos are going to be trigger alerts anyway. Could be the same sort of strength that somebody needs to be bullied, you know. People kill themselves just for being bullied, for feeling unloved, you know. Trigger alert again. It's just that's one of the biggest reasons why I think there's so much more when it comes to the life that we have now. There's so much more that we still have to unravel, that we might not even be able to unravel as humans because we don't know shit. We think we know shit, but we don't know shit. It's crazy how we think we are the highest on the food chain, when in all honesty, we don't even know how we were made. Like, in all honesty, we don't fucking know. That's one reason why I love having faith in the unknown. One of the biggest reasons I'm so happy that I became a spiritualist, because I believe in everything. And it's crazy because when I was still a Christian, I fully believed in Christianity, fully. I fully fucking believed in Christianity. And I commend Christian people for having faith and for believing what they believe in, you know. I especially commend Christian people who are open-minded enough to want to know and understand other religions and other spiritual practices and traditions. I like those kind of people, so they can obviously compare to what it is they believe and see if they might shift. Because you know what, in our lives we are supposed to change. We are supposed to believe in different things at every single phase of our lives. We are supposed to believe in different things. Like with the Saturn, Saturn is something that comes up every 7 years. Yeah. So it goes, I think it's trine. I'm sure my wording is wrong. I think it's trine when it's like at a 45-degree angle, then it's opposition, and then it's other trine, and then it's return. I am in my Saturn return right now, and that's so the first one is where you find authority or belief or faith outside of your mother or whoever loved you, right? And then the next one is when you find authority or love or faith outside of your family. Then the next one is the one where you find it outside of yourself. like spirituality or religion. Then the other one, the one I'm in, is when you find it within yourself. And best believe all these phases can be different for everyone. So I'm so happy I found spirituality. You have no idea. Like, because I know when I was 22, was I 22? No. When I was 21 is when I was in my third phase of Saturn trine. I think that's the word. And that's when I found religion. And I've always been a Christian, but I found religion in a way where I'm like, this makes so much sense. But it only lasted a year. I wasn't happy. And then it makes you wonder, like, I don't know where this video is going. Then it makes you wonder, like, all the things we go through, right? They are there for a reason, right? But like, I was clearly not supposed to be only a Christian, because that kept me in a small box that now I'm sort of coming out of. I think, I hope. Well, I feel I am. So what I'm trying to say is, don't do something because I say, don't do something because I say so. Don't do something because anybody else says so. It must be something that comes from within. You must feel it. Yes, research, understand, but feel it more than anything. And make decisions for yourself, understanding that that's the best decision you can make for yourself with your understanding in that time. Love yourself no matter what. Love yourself unconditionally. Unconditionally. Love yourself even when you're at your lowest, even with your mistakes, even with your regrets. Love yourself. I don't even remember what I was saying. Love yourself. But I was saying that make sure that whatever you believe in, whatever you are doing in this life, is not because you are a sheep. Don't do it because you're following the masses. Please. Don't become a spiritualist because it is a trend. Because literally right now it is a trend. Okay? Make sure it is because you feel that it is you. Don't do yoga. Don't do any sport or any, like, don't force yourself to do something that doesn't feel right to you. It has to feel right. I really hope I'm making sense. There's another video. Oh yeah. The other thing I wanted to say. Let me just see how long I've been speaking for. Oh shit! I have to finish this video. There's another thing I wanted to say. This is just something you can think about. I'm not going to talk too much about it. There's a video I watched that said we all have contracts with each other. With spirit, yes, that's true. But in the life of a human, we do have contracts with each other. And it's almost like the way she phrased it is how a business gets into a business with another business through a contract. But these contracts, right, they have to be read through by both sides so that both sides can get what they want out of this and they can meet at a middle ground, right? So what she was saying is that we have a tendency as humans to put contracts in our minds for the relationships that we have. And instead of coming to each one of these people that we have relationships with, and saying to them, okay, this and this and this and this is what I expect out of this relationship, right? And for them to bring the naked truth back to you and say the same. Whatever you can't do, whatever they can't do, being able to meet at a middle ground so that you can both have a good relationship with each other. The reason why our friendships, our family ships, that is a word now, by the way, our family ships, our relationships, why these things end is because we cannot be honest with ourselves, with each other. We have so many expectations and assumptions for what people should be and do for us that we forget that we actually need to come together, because all relationships have two people. They need two people to work. Can't be one-sided. We need to come together and find a middle ground. What is it that you want from me? What is it that I want from you? And if there is no way to work through that and find a middle ground, finding each other's, understanding each other, finding each other's love languages. If there is no way to get to the middle ground, there is no reason to be friends or lovers or family ships. There is no reason. This is the reason why things end, because people don't know how to communicate. And yes, you have the right to cut somebody off without an explanation. If that is your boundary, you are allowed to do that. Nobody can ask you or force you to explain why you decided to do something. But you also need to remember why it is that you did it. Is it because you had an expectation, an assumption about this relationship, or because genuinely this person, you have spoken to them, and throughout whatever relationship or period of time that it was, that you had an understanding of what it was that you were both giving and receiving from each other? Hope that makes sense. Anyway, write it down, understand it, figure it out. I still am. And yeah, just be careful with the Mercury retrograde. Try not to sign any big contracts unless you really have to. I don't know. Let me check. Can we check for you? Mercury retro. Great. 2021. 2021. When is it? So it's starting on September the 27th until October the 17th. Okay, so between those times, try not to sign any documents. Try to remember that any conversations or quarrels that you have might be affected by this energy. And honestly, just be honest with yourself and love yourself through all your decisions. Yep, that was a deep one. Anyway, I love you guys. Sending you all so much love, sending you all so much healing and progress. Drink water, really, hydrate, guys, please. Not because, no, I was gonna lie, I was gonna say some other shit. Drink water, eat healthy, please. Please, 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 be good to you. Okay? There were moments in this video when I wanted to cry, but I ain't gonna cry in front of y'all. Please. I'm a crab, okay? Hot exterior, soft on the inside. Okay, anyway, drink your water, eat healthy, try to move your body as much as you possibly can, and just really love yourself. Yeah. I hope. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. So love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching.